Yeah, and welcome to this episode of Happy Birthday Wellness Quiz, your health promotion and disease prevention podcast brought to you by Kike Afia. My name is Subiri Obogo. I'm a medical doctor and specialist in public health medicine. I'm also the host of this channel. Today I'll be discussing the best and the worst cooking oils. Now, here is a quiz for which I will share the answer at the end. The worst dietary fats and oils which increase your risk for heart attacks, strokes, and sudden deaths include A. Canola, olive, peanut, safflower, and avocado oils. B. Corn, soybean, and sunflower oil. C. Palm, coconut, palm kernel, lard, and butter. Or D. Polyunsaturated fats and monounsaturated fats. Now, there are four types of dietary fats: saturated, unsaturated, and trans fats. Now, the unhealthy ones are the trans fats and the saturated fats. Now, remember, these two saturated fats will increase your level of LDL, or the bad cholesterol, but trans fats go a step further. Apart from increasing your LDL bad cholesterol, they'll also decrease your good cholesterol HDL, which usually protects you from heart disease. Now, the unsaturated fats include the polyunsaturated and the monounsaturated. Now, if you find about terms like omega-3, omega-6, or omega-9, omega-9 refers to the monounsaturated fats, whereas the polyunsaturated are divided into two, the omega-3 and omega-6. Now, omega-6 normally comes from corn oil, soybean, sunflower, and seeds, whereas the omega-3 mostly comes from fatty fish, such as things like trout, mackerel, and mainly the fatty fish found in the seas. So the good thing to remember here is that usually if you use cooking vegetable oil, you'll probably get enough omega-6. However, we usually don't get enough omega-3. So you need to consume this from fatty fish for you to get the benefits. Monounsaturated, if you're using these oils, olive, canola, peanut, sesame, avocado, most nuts, will basically give you the monounsaturated. I say the things to avoid are the trans fats. Usually, if you look at the label, you see something written hydrogenated vegetable oils. Now, that tells you it has a lot of trans fats. It's also found in fast foods, cakes and pastries, chocolate, and deep fried foods. In terms of saturated fats, they can also be found in animal fats as well as vegetable fats, particularly the tropical cooking oils such as palm and coconut oil. They're very high in saturated fats, as we shall see in a little while. Animals also foods such as meat, poultry, butter, things like milk, yogurt, cheese will also contain saturated fats. So how do you know which cooking oils to use and which ones to avoid? Now, this table shows the degree of saturation of fats in commonly used cooking oils and fats. The orange shows the polyunsaturated fatty acids. The red is the saturated fatty acids. The blue is the polyunsaturated fatty acids, the omega-6, and then the yellow is the monounsaturated fatty acids, omega-9. As I mentioned, the thing you are trying to avoid is a lot of the red, which is saturated fats. So I would say anything from canola oil all the way to peanut oil. That's good enough. What you should avoid is anything down here, from cottonseed oil, lard, palm oil, butter, as well as coconut oil. Now, these oils are very high in saturated fats. As you can see, it is this red here. All this red is high in unsaturated saturated fats, which will increase your risk of heart attacks and stroke. Now, the American Heart Association advises that your consumption of saturated fat daily should not be more than 7% of your total daily calories. So if you're on a 2000 daily calories, that's about 15 grams. And just for example, one tablespoon of butter is 7 grams. So 2 tablespoons of butter is actually the maximum saturated fat you should consume. So if you're consuming butter in the morning and again frying your food using these oils, then most likely you're getting a lot of saturated fats than you need. The other point to remember is about trans fats. Now, trans fats should be less than 1% of your total calories. In fact, in many advanced countries, trans fats are completely banned from the food chain. WHO estimates that deaths from trans fats worldwide are about 500,000 annually. The other point which I mentioned earlier is you probably, if you're using vegetable oil, you'll probably be getting enough of the omega-6, the blue you're seeing here. However, if you look at this, or the omega-3, which is the orange here, you probably won't get enough of that. If you look at most of the oils, except maybe flaxseed, which has a lot of omega-3, most of them don't have a lot of omega-3. So it's important to consume enough of the fatty fish for you to get enough of the omega-3 fatty acids, which are very important for your diet. So thank you very much for listening. Here is the answer to our quiz. The worst dietary fats and oils. The answer is C. The thing to avoid is palm oil, coconut, palm kernel, lard, and butter. Number A and B are okay. If you can afford A, good enough. If you can afford B, good enough. And remember, polyunsaturated fats and monounsaturated are the healthy ones. Most of these oils contain polyunsaturated and monounsaturated. Thank you very much for listening. This podcast was brought to you by Kike Afya. My name is Subiri Obogo. I'm a medical doctor and specialist in public health medicine. You can support us by subscribing to my YouTube channel, and I will share the link below in the post. Until next time, bye-bye.